Couple things you guys want to do when you're maintaining the printer. You're going to want to clean the rods here. This is called the Z-axis lead screw. And then let me take this off the top. So yeah, first things first, you kind of want to take off the connection points. So for this one, to get the AMS off, there's going to be a cable where the electricity goes. And then you're also going to have this PTFE tube. In order to get that out, it's kind of hard to see, but there's a little lever down here. You're going to push down on that lever, and then the tube should just slide out. Looks like the filament's in there right now. So if the filament's in there, which it usually is, unfortunately, you can get, forget exactly what they're called, but they essentially work like shears. We have a bunch of them. You can just cut the filament from the back and then take it out. So now you can see this can just come off the printer. Just put that right here for now. So that's pretty important because once that's off, you're able to access the top via this panel. So you're going to want to take off this panel, and then here's the things I was talking about that you want to maintenance. There's carbon rods right here, 2 carbon rods, and then it's kind of hard to see, but we have carbon rods and then we have steel rods. The carbon rods and the steel rods are going to be maintenance differently. So for the carbon rods, you're going to want to use isopropyl alcohol, and then for the steel rods, you want to use synthetic oil. And then for the Z-axis, you're going to want to use synthetic grease. So I'll show you what those all look like right now. So let's start with the X and Y axis, which is going to be the carbon rods, and then the steel rods. So the synthetic oil is going to look like this little tube with a red cap on the top. And the isopropyl alcohol, we should have it in the lab. It should literally just say isopropyl alcohol on it. But I have like a spray bottle here that I use. So yeah, you're just gonna take your isopropyl alcohol, and then we have microfiber cloths. They should look like this yellow one. And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna squirt the microfiber cloth real quick. Just get it wet, and then with that, you just gonna want to clean everything except for the belt. So the reason why you don't want to clean the belt is because if you put isopropyl alcohol on the belt, it tends to dry out, and that causes issues later down the road. So just be careful you don't clean the belt. Kind of just go around the printer. You can move the head, just don't be super rough with it. So yeah, clean the rods. This rod right here. Oh shoot, that can happen. Just try not to let it happen. So yeah, you want to clean the rods right here. And if this does come out, you'll see there's a little cord. I'll break down how to
move a little ahead if they want to see exactly.
Oh yeah, if you guys want to.
If you guys can want to get closer, you can.
Yeah, the carbon rods are going to be right here. You're going to want to use the isopropyl. You can see this is kind of wet. You want to wet it and just make sure you get any sort of debris off of it. For the steel rods, we're going to use the super loop. So really quickly before you apply it, you just want to get the isopropyl alcohol. Kind of go back and forth on the steel rods so that you make sure that there's no like pieces of filament that are stuck to it, because if that happens, obviously it's going to jam and then we'll have issues. But after that's done, you just get your super loop, and then you literally just go all the way across with the synthetic oil. So as you can see, with the steel rod, we're just going all the way across with the synthetic oil. Now once you do that, you can either turn the printer on and have it home, and that'll make it go back and forth and kind of move the oil around, or you can just manually push it back and forth. And you want to do that for the X direction, which is this one right here, and the Z direction, or sorry, and the Y direction, which is this.
That is Y, right?
This is Y, yeah. So that's about it for the X and Y. So as you can see, that took me literally like 5 minutes. Should be very easy to do. For the Z lead screws, this one's a little bit more difficult. Usually you want to turn on the printer, so let's do that real quick. And you'll see the screen is gonna power up here. And then what you wanna do is you wanna go to, I'll break down the settings a little bit later, but just for the sake of time. No, you're good. We'll go here. Then you're gonna wanna click down on the Z and it's gonna say, bed has not been homed yet. So you're gonna push, yes, I wanna home the bed. It's gonna do a little homing sequence. And then after that, you should be able to control where the Z axis goes. So just let it do its thing. Does anyone have any questions so far? Questions? Okay. So yeah. As you can kind of see, the lead screws are like super filthy right now. They're pretty bad because it looks like it probably hasn't been maintained in a while. So it's gonna make sure it knows where the head is. Then after that, it should be homed. Once that's done, you're just gonna drag the bed all the way down. So just hold down on the bottom button and you'll see it just moves all the way down. You can try to do it manually with your hand, but it's very difficult and it also puts a lot of strain on the belts and the motors. So I'd recommend just doing this instead. Yeah, so as you can see, the Z screws take a lot longer than the X and Y, but it's not too bad, it's not too bad. All right, we're good. Cool. Now we're gonna use something called gear floss. This is kind of what you use on bike gears, bike cassettes. Kind of just gets any sort of gunk out from in between. As you can see, it's like super filthy. It gets any gunk out from there. So you're gonna wanna loop it around twice. And you're just gonna go back and forth, up and down. And you don't wanna really pull too hard. You just kind of wanna have it brush against it. The good thing about gear floss is it's made from a super absorbent material. So literally just brush, you can already see like the difference between that side, if you look at that side and this side. The gear floss literally just absorbs anything that it touches that's wet or what's it called, has like spurs on it. So yeah, you're just gonna go up and down with the gear floss. And as you can see, that's pretty bad. Hasn't been touched in a while. And then we're just gonna do the same thing, probably everywhere. And do the same thing for this side. So yeah, just gonna go up and down. And we'll do the one in the back as well. This one's kind of tricky. Your hands are probably gonna get a little dirty since it's kind of hard to reach.
Oh, there's another ACD there.
Yeah, there's one more on the end. So yeah, you're just gonna wanna loop it around here. It's pretty tough. Eventually, I'd like to make a 3D printed tool that will feed it through, but we haven't done that yet. So for now, I just gotta kind of try to wiggle it through. But yeah, same thing on this side. And then as you can see, it looks so much better just after one pass. Yeah, that's what you're gonna be doing for the cleaning part. And then you're gonna take, probably wipe your hands off first, but then you're gonna take some synthetic grease. So this one, and you're just gonna go up and down on the lead screws. Just gonna take the lead screw, directly apply it right here, and then you're just gonna squeeze very gently because you don't want to put too much, and just go up. Same thing for this side, just squeeze very gently. Just make sure that it's coming out. You don't want to squeeze hard, otherwise
So nasty.
an entire blob
Facts.
is gonna come out. But yeah, so the same thing for this side as well. And then after that, we're just gonna bring the Z axis back up to the top. And you'll see as it goes up, it'll kind of collect the grease and it'll lube up the rail. Any questions? Any questions? No question?
Yeah, for the carbon, we always use alcohol, right? I mean,
Yeah, for the carbon rods, it's just isopropyl alcohol. And usually there's a warning. It looks like the warning was taken off of this one, but it'll say, please do not use synthetic oil on the carbon rods.
Oh, is it different from the one you are holding?
This one? Yeah, this one's like oil and this one's grease.
Oh.
Grease is a little more viscous.
Yeah.
It fills in the gaps in between the lead screws, and then the oil is like thinner.
Yeah.
There's less tolerance in the.
Yeah, if you were to put oil on the steel rods, it would literally just slow it down. This is kind of nice because, like Daniel said, there's more tolerance. And then right before you get to the bottom, just apply a little bit because we didn't touch on that spot. So just a little bit here, a little bit here, and then a little bit here. Okay. I'm just gonna go all the way back down. Yeah.
So that's the good part.
And that
You're right.
is everything for the rails. So at this point, you've completely finished the rails. Now we can do maintenance on the nozzle. I'd recommend it, but it's not necessary every single time. If you have seen that this printer's been failing consistently, it's been stringing, then we can do something called a cold pull.
Yeah,
So what that is gonna do essentially is, let me cut this real quick. This is the filament cutter. If you ever need to pull out the filament, push this in and then push down on this little ring right here, and you should be able to pull the PTFE tube out. Actually, low key, I need to extrude this on this. Oh, this is the one with the clog. Okay, we'll deal with that. We'll deal with that at the end. So next step is going to be the bed. This should be done after every 2 or 3 prints. Ideally after every print. The bed is like one of the most important things on the 3D printer because if it's not well maintained, then your prints are gonna fail. Like it's guaranteed it's gonna fail. Like there's no chance it's gonna work. So you're gonna want to take your bed. It's magnetic, so you can just pull it straight off the back. And then you're gonna want to take acetone or nail polish remover. And then you want to do this kind of close to the bed, because if you're doing this like in the air, you're just gonna breathe in the acetone, and that's really bad. So just go really close to the bed, kind of just spray it back and forth. You're gonna smell it a good amount, but don't sniff. Yeah.
We have masks in the maker.
Yeah, you can wear a mask as well. But
We got an air purifier recently, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Credits
But
to
the main thing
Joanne.
The main thing is the mask.
So we're gonna do that. Then you're gonna take your microfiber cloth,
Joanne.
and you're just gonna go back and forth. You can wear gloves as well. It shouldn't irritate your skin, but feel free to wear gloves if you want. So we'll go there. That should be all good to go. And then you're gonna wanna get your grade 0 steel wool. So this is special steel wool that's like super fine. And this is just gonna remove any excess plastic on the bed. So you're just gonna go 1 pass with this. And flip it over and do the same thing. You can kind of see where the acetone, I don't know if you can see in the light, the acetone was applied. So same thing, get your acetone, hold it relatively close. Just go back and forth. Get your towel, scrub it down. And the reason we do acetone is because acetone is one of those substances that can kind of like dissolve materials. So if we have any excess PLA that's kind of stuck on the bed, it'll all get dissolved. But the PEI textured sheet, so if you don't know, this plate is textured in PEI, which is this material that bonds to your print when it's heated up. The PEI textured sheet will not be removed. So we're literally removing everything except for the plate's textured sheet. And one more pass with the steel wool. All right, perfect. And then after that, we're all finished with maintenance. So once you've done that, that took like literally 15 minutes. You'll be all set with maintenance. And if you see the printer's kind of dusty or anything, you can get isopropyl alcohol. I believe this is isopropyl alcohol.
Yeah.
And then you just grab any microfiber cloth and then you just kind of scrub it down. So as you can see, it literally just, isopropyl alcohol is like magic. It just like removes anything. So yeah, it's like, it's beautiful. Just go all around the sides. And then the top especially will get really, really kind of gunked up. So you just do a quick pass on that. And that's about it. That's about it for the maintenance. So you can stop the video.